Ciao a tutti, benvenuti in un nuovo video. Io sono Edoardo di Italessons.com e oggi parliamo dei verbi riflessivi, reflexive verbs. I'm sure you already know at least one reflexive verb. So when you say your name, for example, you say mi chiamo and then you say your name. In my case, mi chiamo Edoardo. This is a reflexive verb. Or if I ask you, what's your name? Come ti chiami? Again, this is a reflexive verb. It's actually the same one. We just changed the conjugation. Io mi chiamo and tu ti chiami. Okay, let's see some reflexive verbs. Alcuni verbi riflessivi. Chiamarsi, as I said, mi chiamo Edoardo. Svegliarsi is to wake up. In Italian, wake up oneself. Mi sveglio alle 6. I wake up at 6. Farsi la barba. Farsi la barba is to shave. La barba is the beard. Farsi la barba is to make oneself the beard, which doesn't really make sense. So in English I would say shave. Mi faccio la barba. Non mi faccio la barba in this case. I don't shave. Perdersi. So perdere, if you already know what it means, it's to lose. Perdersi becomes to get lost. Mi perdo nel bosco. I get lost in the woods. Divertirsi, to enjoy oneself. So this is reflexive in Italian and in English as well. So I enjoy myself at the party. Mi diverto alla festa. Vestirsi. Vestirsi is to get dressed. Non mi vesto elegantemente. Negative, so I don't dress. Elegantemente, I guess you say elegantly in English. Va bene, allora andiamo a vedere la coniugazione dei verbi riflessivi. Iniziamo con chiamarsi. Allora, prendiamo la penna. Singolare, qui. Plurale, qui. Allora, verbo in are. Instead of are, so instead of having we have si. Why? If I say chiamo Giovanni, in here I'm using the verb chiamare. Okay? But if I say mi chiamo Giovanni, here I'm using the verb chiamarsi. Okay? So chiamo Giovanni is I am calling Giovanni. So it's not reflexive because I am doing the action, but the receiver is Giovanni. So he's receiving my call in this case. He could receive a pizza, he could receive anything. The second one instead, mi chiamo Giovanni. So we have me, which is myself. And then we have o, which is io. So the subject, it's always the same here. It's a reflexive verb. So as you can see in all these verbs in here, the first part matches or agrees, if it makes more sense, with the ending. So mi chiamo, ti chiami, si chiama. Si actually works for the third singular, but also for the third plural. So you understand who's the subject, as usual, because in Italian the subject is always carried by the verb, almost always. So in here, si, okay, I'm expecting he or she or they. How do I know? Si chiama, okay, it's singular. Si chiamano, okay, I'm talking about they are called. Their name is, for example. Ci. Maybe you've heard ci before, so let's write ci vediamo domani, which is see you tomorrow. So here we are using the verb vedersi. And again, ci, here it's noi, ourself, and iamo, it's noi again. So it's reflexive. This is actually called verbo reciproco. Reciprocal, if it makes sense, because I see you and you see me. Okay, this is vedersi, but it behaves just like any other verb ending in si. So the grammar doesn't change at all. Okay, then the last one we haven't seen was vi. So voi, vi, and ate again. So it's a verb. We have the a here, arsi. Okay, so all the conjugation here follows the simple present. Okay, so if we remove this, means that we remove all this part here. This one is gone. Let me just cover it with, I don't know, maybe this tool here. Okay, so we'll cover the reflexive part and the reflexive part. And I turn this into chiamare, let's say. So, chiamo Giovanni, chiami Giovanni, chiama Maria. Chiamiamo i nostri amici. We call our friends. Chiamate i vostri amici. You call your friends. Chiamano i loro amici. They call their friends. Va bene, va bene, va bene. Allora, vediamo un altro verbo adesso. Perdersi. So, same thing. Pronouns never change. Mi, ti, ci. Sorry, mi, ti, si, ci, vi, si. It's a verb in R. So we have the conjugation of all the verbs in ere. Third person is not going to be a, like verbs in are, but we have e. Iamo never changes, and by the way, o and I never changes anyway. Instead of ate, we're gonna have ete. And instead of ano, we're going to have ono. Actually, a trick. The difference between me and they, it's only no. For verbs, when you have the e here, ere or ersi, same thing for verbs in ire or irsi. We will see this soon. So perdersi, to get lost. Mi perdo, I get lost, ti perdi, you get lost, and so on. Let's see a verb now in irsi. Same thing again as I was saying. So mi diverto, diverto, and no. So it works for ere and ire, or ersi and irsi. And again, we are following the conjugation of verbs in ire. So o, I, e, just like in ere. Iamo never changes. Ite does change, changes, so does change, or simply changes. Ite changes. And ono, we've already seen ono. Okay, allora, let's remove all of this. Voila. So here we have all the conjugation of reflexive verbs in Italian. You can take a screenshot if you want. So verbs in arsi, ersi, and irsi. Allora, let's practice a bit now. Esercitazione. First one, io svegliarsi. So svegliarsi is to wake up. Ogni mattina alle 8. So I wake up every morning. Ogni mattina, every morning at 8. So what should I write in here? Mi sveglio. Oops. Voila. Quindi io mi sveglio. I can actually make it a bit bigger. Ok. Mi sveglio ogni mattina alle 8. Ok. Is this clear enough? I don't know, let's do black. It works for sure. Ok. Io mi sveglio ogni mattina alle 8. Allora, vediamo il prossimo. Truccarsi. Truccarsi is to put makeup on. So in this case, you put makeup on prima di uscire, before going out. So how do we conjugate this one? Tu, so for sure we are going to have ti. Then it's a verb in are, but the subject is tu, so it must end in i. Trucchi. Why did I add an H? because here we have the hard sound, ka. Okay, if I want to keep the hard sound with the I must add the H. Okay, so again, we have the hard sound, ki. Or if I write it in English, something like this, S, ki. And if I don't put the H, it will be soft. It will be trucci, which doesn't really make sense. So don't forget to add the H. Ok, vediamo la prossima. Marco alzarsi alle 6. So here the verb is, again, reflexive. Subject is Marco, he or she. So the pronoun will be si. Third person singular and plural, always si. And then it's a verb in arsi. So the third person will be alza, ending with a. Quindi Marco si alza alle 6. Marco gets up at 6. Let's see the next one. Vestirsi, we've seen already this one. Vestirsi is to get dressed or to dress. Anna, to get dressed. Sempre elegante. She's always elegant. Si is a verb in irsi, so the third person will end in e. Anna si veste sempre elegante. Next one, noi farsi la doccia. Farsi la doccia is to have a shower. Quindi noi ci facciamo la doccia. I'm not sure if it's there. Ok, I will write it here. Ci facciamo la doccia. Ogni mattina. Let's make it smaller, maybe it fits. Yes, hopefully. Yes, more or less. Noi ci facciamo la doccia ogni mattina. Voi divertirsi. Divertirsi is to enjoy oneself. So, voi vi divertite alla festa. You all, you guys, enjoy yourself at the party. Addormentarsi. So loro, they, addormentarsi. So we know dormire, right? Dorm. We've seen this. Dormire is to sleep. Addormentarsi is to fall asleep. Verso le 10, around 10. So they fall asleep around 10. So they, the subject is, the pronoun, is si, because it's the third person plural. Then addorment, doesn't fit again, addormentano. Let's make it smaller so that it fits, voila. Si addormentano verso le 10. They fall asleep around 10. Okay guys, if you want to practice a bit more, you're going to find the link in the description which will take you to my website, but before going there, please subscribe to the channel because it really helps me. See you in the next video. Ciao ragazzi!
Italessons.com.
Learn Italian online.